Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about The Final Frontier, and I have just one thing to say about this album. This album fucking sucks dick! It sucks. It's awful. It's terrible. It's the worst Maiden album ever. It is. You know, I don't want to believe it. You know, there have been people who have saying this is the best Maiden album. There have been people who've been saying this is the worst. And I was in the middle for a long time. But literally, the first Maiden album I listened to all the way through was The Final Frontier. It was the first Maiden album I listened to all the way through, and I really liked it. I didn't love it. I thought it was a great record. But then, it's just... It's not the fact that I've listened to every other Maiden album and thought, okay, they're better. It's just the fact that when you actually listen to it, and it's just terrible. It's awful compared to pretty much everything else. It's awful. It's good when you haven't listened to much else, but when you have, it's garbage. Let's just go through it. The artwork, first of all, done by Melvin Grant, I believe. It's just there's Eddie. Eddie's back in his form, you know, and it's kind of cool. It's got that space traveling thing, Final Frontier, the title, and all this good shit. But it just sucks. I mean, it doesn't look right. It just, I don't know what it is. I don't like it. It's not garbage. It's not pure garbage. I just don't, you know, it just doesn't look right to me. So that already, we're not off to a good start here. The vocals, Bruce just, I don't know. Remember when I said on A Matter of Life and Death that it didn't really matter that it sounded like Bruce was old now because the music was so good? Well, guess what? The music's shit on this album, so you can definitely tell Bruce is just old. He can't sing high anymore. It sounds awful when he does. It literally sounds like somebody is just. It sounds like he's trying to go up and then he just stays there. Even when he tries to go higher, his voice just won't let him. It's come to that point, and that's constant touring. That's his fault. That's the band's fault. They've run themselves into the ground by themselves. Okay. Nobody else to blame but them. So the vocals, for the most part, fucking suck. There are a couple times when, you know, he shows some bright spots, but overall, it's pretty much garbage. The instruments, everyone sounds slow as fuck and old. Nico, I don't even know what Nico's doing. He's just bleh. Harris is just bleh on the duh. And that's it. And yeah, and the guitars work, for the most part, it's like, the riffs are fucking stale and stock. The bands, I can totally tell. The 3-guitar lineup, it's doing nothing for me. It's done. I can tell. I can tell what they're doing. I can tell that they're separated. They're not working as a unit. They didn't work as a unit on A Matter of Life and Death, but once again, the music was good on that album, so it doesn't matter. But now they're just not working at all, and it sucks. Okay, so pretty much everything up until those points sucks. So what about the writing? The writing, yeah, it sucks balls too. It starts off with this kind of cool experimental track called Satellite 15, The Final Frontier, and it's about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes long. The first half of that song is like this experimental kind of sci-fi soundtrack, and it's actually really cool. It's really interesting, you know, and it gives me good hopes. It's like, okay, yeah, this is cool. This is, you know, very, I don't know what the word is. It's like, I don't know what the word is. You know, one of those bands who kind of use all these different sound effects and shit. It's like a stoner metal. I don't know. I don't listen, but it sounded really cool. It sounded really cool. And that kicks into The Final Frontier, which is an okay song. It repeats a lot. It's pretty generic. But you know, it's okay. From there, the album just kind of goes on this and this. It never gets to a high point again until the end of the album with When the Wild Wind Blows, which is just a fantastic epic. Which is just a fantastic epic. Overall, it's brilliant. It really just is fantastic. Is it as good as the other epics Maiden have written? No, but it is a fantastic epic. Whereas you've got the other, 8 songs in between. Mother of Mercy stands out. It's a great track. The chorus does have Bruce straining. but it works. It's a great song. I do like it. And then it's usually from there. It's you've got, so basically what you got is you got 3 songs. You got When the Wild Wind Blows, Mother of Mercy, and you've also got Satellite 15, The Final Frontier. Those are the only songs that I like all. I like all those songs. Like, every part of those songs I love. Now it's kind of like picking the bits out you like. Examples would be the chorus of The Talisman, the intro bit. Sounds way too much like The Legacy. It's bullshit. The rest of it repeats too much. So the chorus of The Talisman is quite catchy. The Alchemist. Actually, that's another song I really like, The Alchemist. So that's four songs that I really like all the way through. But then Avalon's too long. It's really boring. There's nothing that I like out of that at all. The Man Who Would Be King is also, it has some good intro bits, some really good melodic guitars, but overall it's quite it's awful. El Dorado is a complete pile of dog shit. The guitar riff sounds terrible. The solos sound fucking slow and old, as if they were actually learning guitar when they were playing it. The drumming sounds really mechanical on that track as well, and Bruce sounds fucking awful. Yeah, so overall this album is, it's nothing new. They try to experiment some places here and there, but anytime I hear them experiment, I've heard things way better on other albums, and when they just do the same old thing, once again, it's like, yeah, you've done this before, and you've done it way better in the past. It's a low point for Maiden, you know, especially coming off A Matter of Life and Death. It just is bullshit. Overall, I'm going to give The Final Frontier a 4.5 out of 10. There are some interesting bits. When the Wild Wind Blows, fucking The Alchemist, Mother of Mercy are all fantastic songs worthy of being played live anytime. There are fantastic songs, but the rest, it's just about picking. It's like No Prayer for the Dying. You've got some interesting riffs, some interesting bits here and there, and then you've got your favorite songs. But that's not enough, you know. At least No Prayer for the Dying had the tenacity to be short. You know, so you couldn't have to suffer through. This is what, a 75-minute album. So that's even worse. So the amount of shit you're getting for a 75-minute album is even less. So I can't give it. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because it's awful. It's terrible. It's one, like I said, there's some good stuff, but it's just pathetic. It really is, especially for Maiden. And I hope, even though it's The Final Frontier, they have announced that they are going to make another album, hopefully coming out next year. I just hope that they do what they've done with the past 3 studio albums and experiment, keep experimenting. Don't just release garbage, the same repetitive, retarded garbage. Because Maiden are better than that. That's my review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And, yeah. Later.